5 in a row. That is exactly what the Raptors have done, and the Raptors are on a roll. So hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host, Sham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. So the Raptors played the Atlanta Hawks today at home, a back-to-back game, and the Raptors came out winning this game. So without further ado, let's talk Raptors versus Hawks. So the Raptors won a back-to-back, so was Atlanta Hawks. The Raptors came out of this game gun blazing, and it was all because of Pascal Siakam. He was playing like he was possessed in the first quarter. He was getting to the bucket. He was taking fadeaways from the paint. He had 2 3-pointers. He made John Collins, and I forgot the center's name for Atlanta Hawks, but made them look like chumps, bro. And he, put up 21 points in the first quarter. We took a 17-point lead, but then eventually Atlanta Hawks started to make their comeback, and the Raptors started to hit that fatigue wall. Given it was, I think it's 5 games in 6 nights, and the second back-to-back in 5 nights actually. And the Raptors started to give away the lead. And then the third quarter is kind of back and forth. And then eventually in the fourth quarter, the Raptors just started to put their foot on their necks and just say, hey, hell no, this is not happening. We're not losing to you, Atlanta Hawks. And Pascal and Freddie kind of just put the team on their back with, a little bit of contribution from Gary Trent as well as Boucher and Precious. And then eventually win that game for us. What is it, by 10 points or something like that? Anyways, there wasn't much. Again, I don't find Atlanta Hawks games exciting. I just find Atlanta Hawks to be a very boring team, even though they're young and athletic. It's just, I don't know. It's just that vibe for a long time. So there's not much there about it. Not too much to get excited about. But there are some key takeaways that we can talk about. Number 1 is fatigue. It seems like the Raptors starters are being pummeled into the ground by either their coach or the lack of movement by the management. And I say that because our starters are, in this game, you could notice that the starters were starting to get very, very fatigued, very, very tired. And there were moments where it just seemed like that, you can't put the human body through that much. And when those things happen, it is on the coach or the management to have the backups to be able to support the starters to take that break. Now, I believe on the bench, Sivai deserves a chance again. Malachi definitely deserves a chance. But Justin Champagnie, after that technical foul or whatever the issue with was it Hampton or something like that with the Charlotte, he's been doghoused again. This is something I do not like about Nick Nurse, doghousing players, when he can see that his starters are just exhausted. He needs to give those guys chances, and especially against teams that even if you give them chances, once your starters come back in, you will eventually still win that game. We are no longer that Raptors we were in the start of the season. So why not put Sivai in? Why not put Malachi in? Why not put Justin Champagnie in? Why not give Khem Birch more time so Scotty Barnes doesn't get tired, Pascal doesn't get exhausted, Freddie, Gary, all of these guys that are playing more consistent minutes? They're just getting, pummeled into the ground by Nick Nurse. And I get it. Nick Nurse has given these guys chances that are sitting on the bench and they didn't do well. So that's where the onus falls on Masai Ujiri to make a move that gives, a new toy for Nick Nurse to play with on the bench. If you want to trade away Chris Boucher, I wouldn't suggest that unless he's, at the end of this season, he's going to walk away for free, right? Then yes, trade him, get something for him. But if you're going to still re-sign him, then yes, keep him on because the way he's been playing has been very good. But you got other things like Malachi Flynn, man, I feel bad for this kid. He needs to go somewhere else. Nick Nurse has just ruined him. So give him away, trade him. You got Goran Dragic as a piece. Maybe people don't want him, but you can still get something for him. And it's too early to trade Svi, but without giving him another chance. But if you can get a good enough deal for him, make that trade. Give Nick Nurse another weapon to be able to use or that he's more comfortable with, so you don't end up dragging your your starters into the ground. Because this is what worries me going into the playoffs, which I'll get to. The Raptors, if they are fatigued, even from now on, I get it, the All-Star break is coming, this and that, but if this continues for the season, by the time you get to the playoff, there's a possibility of an injury happening due to fatigue, God forbid. And I don't want that to happen, because the Raptors finally look like the team that we all know they can be. So Nick Nurse needs to do a better job of managing the minutes, and all the reporters are bringing that up. And Masai needs to make a move to help Nick Nurse make that decision to do something with the bench. It's getting ridiculous how tired these guys were looking today, and it just worries me that we're going to end up getting another injury and setback, because that's my second key takeaway. We got a damn good chance of ending up on the 5th or 6th seed. We even have a possible chance of ending up at the 4th seed if we continue to play this way, because our schedule upcoming is a lot more concentrated on playing Eastern Conference rivals, right? So if you beat them, you're going to move them down in the standings, and you're going to move up. We also got games against shitty Western Conference teams like the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you win those games, that just gives you another extra win without even having to move somebody else in the standings. And the Raptors have a damn good chance. We're 2 games behind Brooklyn Nets, who are in a complete free fall because James Harden is likely going to be traded. Kevin Durant is injured. Kyrie Irving is sitting on his damn high horse, so they don't really have anybody going on. Milwaukee Bucks just aren't playing as well as they should be, and it seems like the Raptors finally have a chance. And I would prefer for us to end up from 4 to 6 instead of, possibly at the 7th spot, or, we're not going to get to the 2nd spot, but still, because you don't want to play Chicago, you don't want to play Miami Heat in the first round. You'd rather prefer some other team take a shot at them, possibly beat them, so you have an easier competition in the 2nd round. But the 3rd to 6th spot, all of those teams are open. We can beat any of them if we're one of those teams. We can beat Cleveland. We can beat, Milwaukee. We can beat Brooklyn Nets. We just don't want to play Chicago. And that has a lot to do with us staying healthy, us being able to keep everybody together, and possibly add a piece that can give us that oomph in the playoffs as well, because in the playoff, game gets more physical. You cannot run your guys for way longer period of times consistently through a series. You're gonna need help from a bench, and we need a better bench, and that needs to be established now. It cannot be continued to be waited upon. So those are my 2 key takeaways. And a third fun key takeaway I have for you guys is that somebody needs to buy OG Anunoby some damn new shoes. This man is slipping on every other drive to the bucket. I have seen OG slip this week, I don't know how many times. As a lawyer, I would be looking at him to sue somebody for slip and fall, man. It's just, oh my God, man. Somebody needs to get him some new shoes. That's just a fun key takeaway I have and again, I hope, that problem gets fixed, because I don't want OG getting injured ever. He's too good. The MVP for the Atlanta Hawks game, guys, got to give it to Pascal Siakam. 21 points in the first quarter, ended the game with 33 points. I think he had 8 rebounds and about 10 assists or something like that. And he played a damn round game, and he finished it. And he's been doing that now. He's becoming that guy who can carry us. Same with Fred VanVleet. Same with Gary Trent Jr. But Pascal is taking that next step when everybody else is getting tired because of Pascal's motor. He keeps us in the game, and he's doing very well. So the MVP for today was Pascal Siakam. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis as well as the content. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Help my channel out. Help me grow this thing. And I will see you guys after the game on Monday against the Charlotte Hornets, who we will whoop their ass again. Anyways, see you guys later on.